18-year-old woman shot and injured in Central Village. The Central Village Police in St. Catherine are searching for two gunmen who shot and injured an 18-year-old woman on Sunday night. Reports indicated that about 11 p.m., the young woman was inside a shop in Central Village when two men wearing masks entered and fired shots. She was hit in the left leg. The injured woman was assisted to hospital for medical attention. No motive has been established for the attack. Police make arrests relating to bags of cash that fell from Burlem vehicle. The police have arrested an individual in the probe surrounding two bags of cash that allegedly fell from a Burlem security vehicle en route to the Norman Manor International Airport in Kingston last week. Head of the Kingston Eastern Police Superintendent Emily Chambers said the person was held on Sunday. She did not provide any further details. The amount of money that is missing has also not been disclosed. Nicholas Benjamin, Deputy Executive Chairman of the Guardsman Group, of which Burlem is a member, declined to comment on the matter on Saturday. A motorist reportedly spotted two bags tumbling out of the carriage rock near the Rockfort Mineral Bath along Torresel Gaspol Boulevard around 9:30 a.m. on Thursday. The vehicle was reportedly carrying 48 bags with an undisclosed amount of cash. Following an alert, the vehicle was checked and it was revealed that the rear of the truck was unlocked. Despite a search of the area, the missing bags were not found. The incident was reported to the police. Detectives from the Elliston Road Criminal Investigations Branch are investigating the matter. Drug prevalence survey points to increased use of alcohol and tobacco among Jamaicans. There has been an increase in substance use, particularly alcohol and tobacco, among Jamaica's population over the past 7 years. This was revealed in the 2023 National Drug Prevalence Survey, the findings of which were released yesterday. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the increase was seen across all measures, lifetime, past year, and current use. Meantime, Trelawney St. Anne, Kingston St. Andrew, and Clarendon were the parishes recording the highest use of alcohol, ganja, and cigarette. Trelawney was named in relation to all three substances. Use of those substances in the named parishes was higher than the national average. Dr. Tufton says the data will help to determine the interventions for various areas. The National Council on Drug Abuse partnered with the UWI Mona Center for Leadership and Governance and the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission of the Organization of American States, with support from the National Health Fund to conduct the National Household Survey.
This is most notable in the 4% increase in the past year, that is from 56 to 60%, and current 42 to 46% alcohol use, and the same level of increase, 4% in the past year, in the use of cigarettes from 12.7% to 16.8%. It's a very important statistic because what it shows is that there is more consumption in all the different categories. And that clearly, for public health perspective, should raise some alarm bells and require some amount of deeper analysis and understanding in terms of a response. It is noteworthy that alcohol prevalence is significantly higher in Trelawney, 57.5%, St. Anne, 54%, and Kingston, 52%, than the national prevalence of current alcohol use, which is approximately 46%. For ganja, significantly higher current use is evident in Kingston, 27%, Trelawney, 23%, and Clarendon, 21.8%, compared to other parishes and a national prevalence level of 17%. So what we're seeing is our parishes that are really outstanding, or outliers, if you will, above the national average, both for alcohol as well as for marijuana use. For tobacco, or cigarette smoking, St. Andrew 17.5%, Trelawney 16.1%, and St. Anne 14.5% featured highest compared to other parishes, and the overall national prevalence, which is 11.8%. This doesn't mean we have no issues in other parishes. What it does, it provides us with a vital information to tailor relevant prevention and treatment-related strategies to fit the different contexts and the different environment. So, the truth is that even though we're talking about one country, there are subcultures that may be unique based on particular features in different parts of the country. And what we're doing is singling out on a parish by parish level some of those that stands out. It doesn't mean that we can't apply a strategy right across the board, and we will, but we may need some particular intervention in some of these environments based on the responses.
Cops seize more tools of death. The seizure of 3 illegal firearms in 3 days featured in the St. Catherine North Police Division's report on its activities since the start of the year up to Monday, November 11, during which the cops said they removed 51 illegal firearms and 525 rounds of ammunition from the possession of criminals. That, according to the commanding officer for the division, Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, represented an increase over the same period last year, when 46 illegal guns and 453 rounds of ammunition were seized. Nicholson provided the information at a news conference on Monday, stating that 3 of the guns seized this year, along with 47 rounds of ammunition, were taken from the streets between Saturday and Monday. During those incidents at the weekend, 2 men were shot dead by the police during what the cops said were confrontations. They also reported that 2 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force were shot and injured during one of the incidents. The first one was on Saturday, November 9, shortly after midnight on Job Lane. A man attacked plainclothes police with a firearm. The police immediately took evasive action, returned fire, and the man was shot and injured. A 9mm pistol loaded with 10 rounds was seized from this man. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead, Nicholson noted. It is to be noted that this man was seen by the police in Old Harbour Space on Friday morning sometime after 9 a.m., where it appeared as if he was a laborer doing construction work in the housing schemes. He was also seen at a wake in Point Hill sometime after 9 p.m. on Saturday. The wake was unpermitted, he noted. We use this opportunity to remind decent, law-abiding citizens to contact the police before hiring people who are unknown to them to do work of any sort at their home or place of business. We are also asking the persons to check with the police before renting your premises for business or even temporary living accommodation. You never know who you're inviting into your personal space, Nicholson noted. The second firearm was seized by members of the St. Catherine Fugitive Apprehensive Team, who was conducting an operation in the Berry District in Riversdale area in search of wanted man and his cronies. On the approach of the police, one man engaged them in a fiery gun battle. He was shot and injured. He was later transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. A firearm loaded with an extension magazine, which has the capacity to hold up to 30 rounds, was taken from him. This magazine was found in the firearm with 14 rounds of ammunition. Another magazine loaded with 10 rounds was also seized. 2 police officers received minor injuries. The injuries are not considered life-threatening at this time, the senior police shared. Nicholson also reported that on Monday, at approximately 2 a.m., a man arose a suspicion of police who were in the process of shutting down an unpermitted event in St. Jago Gardens area of Spanish Town. The man was searched and a 9mm pistol with 13 rounds was taken from him. He was subsequently arrested, Nicholson noted. We use this opportunity to remind citizens to apply to the police and all other relevant agencies for the necessary permit to host events. The police will monitor events that are aware of and have given the appropriate permission, Nicholson said, pointing out that the intensity operational activities and this continue across the division. Nicholson also urged the news conference to point to the murder of 54-year-old Sergeant Patrick, who succumbed to injuries after he was shot at his home in Portmore, St. Catherine on Thursday night. He noted that it is a tough time for the division. He is the 3rd person we have lost in the past 3 weeks, but this is the first one to violence. Our police officers on a daily basis are exposed to violence, whether at home or work, and while we implore them to be safe as possible, we want the general public to know that we will not give up this fight against crime and criminal activities, and will do all in our power to deny criminals the opportunity to commit crime, he noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.